That's Bea. Firzes is here, and now we're going to talk about music again, of course. And now we're with the one and only WEDA. Hello, WEDA.
Oh, hey y'all.
Hey, where are you right now? Where in the earth?
I'm at the studio. I'm gonna record more songs today.
So you're nowadays you're just start making new music again.
Yeah, because I'm releasing an album soon, probably. But yeah,
Wow, full album or just EP?
album.
Wow. Well, that's such a good start. I mean, before such an honor to get this chance to talk to you, an artist who was known for your acting career. Now you're expanding your work of art into music. I mean, do you believe or do you think that, well, I'm born to be an artist, or just unexpectedly, hey, I'm becoming an artist?
I wanted to be an artist since I was little. I can't even remember when, but maybe when I was like 3. It was like the age when I started knowing about the world, about singing and then music and that kind of stuff. I've always loved music and acting and movies. I've always loved movies and music because they are both a place where I can cope with my feelings, like sad movies and then brutal movies. Probably, I like those kind of movies. And then music is just the way I cope with my feelings. Sometimes I felt really bad about myself or about people around me. I'll just write more music. I've always loved music since I was little, so I kind of knew that I wanted to be a musician, but I didn't knew that it's going to be happening this fast.
What music? Who's is that musician that finally makes you want? Okay, I want to be like this guy or this girl. Like,
Oh,
who's your biggest influence in music?
right now is Olivia Rodrigo and then Billie Eilish, Harry Styles, Taylor Swift. Those people,
Yeah,
Doja Cat, man. But when I was little, the person that it was actually a group. Well, it's Cherry Bell, if you know Cherry Bell.
Cherry Bell. Wow.
It was like when I was like around that age, I listened to Cherry Bell almost every day and was like, "You are beautiful." And then to the
Yeah.
dance, I sing a little, and then my father like told me that you should try sing your own songs, write your own songs. And then I was very invested. But when I was little, if I write a song today with the lyric and the melody, I'll sing it differently tomorrow because I don't have voice notes to record it or
Yeah.
stuff. So it's gonna be different version every day I sing it.
Okay. So when did you start writing your own songs?
I write my own songs starts like at the age of 6 or 7, 6 or 7.
Wow.
But then professionally at the age of 12.
At the age of 12.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so early. Well, we can say that you're a prodigy, right?
I've been
But I mean, now let's talk about your music. You released To Die For in 2021, and now you're releasing another song called A Face. Such a big shift for you in musical way. Like I felt those shift, from your first single into the second single. I mean, is the A Face is the way or is the goal that you towards to aim in a musical way?
definitely yes. I know To Die For is like my first like debut single, but it was written by Ian Massive. So I kind of like only received the song, but wait, it's going. But in A Face, I wrote it myself, which feels more. I have more connection to it.
So I mean, the big difference is in your debut single, the song is wrote by Rian the Massive, and now you wrote it yourself in this song called A Face.
Yes, it's like I felt more personal about the song. I felt more connected. I feel like yeah, this is more about me than To Die For You, but I still love both. So.
Wow. But I noticed something that yeah, it's very clear. You sing your debut single in Indonesia in Bahasa, and now you wrote A Face in English. I mean, Why do you want to change the language, or because you feel like, okay, I feel more comfortable to write in English or in Bahasa?
Well, technically, because I've always loved English since I was little. I was like obsessed with the language, also the music and those kind of things. And so therefore wasn't written by me. And I wasn't very comfortable writing in Bahasa because I don't really know the words to express my feelings in Bahasa, like English is a better way for me to speak about myself. But in Bahasa, I tend to speak more formal, like it's just not very poetic or very easy listening as I wrote in English.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, every musician that I've interviewed, even although they made an Indonesian song, but in Bahasa, it's like they say that, yeah, to write songs in Bahasa, it's very hard. I mean, in future, do you want to write songs in Bahasa again, or okay, you just fit in the right place to write the songs in English?
Well, most of my songs are actually in English, but I have this one song I wrote by myself. It was Bahasa, but I'm not really proud of it. I'm not really proud of it, but I'm not gonna release it probably. I'm not gonna release it, but yeah, I have one song that I wrote in Bahasa, but probably not more. Except I'm feeling the mood or feeling the situation in Bahasa. Depends on
Oh,
the mood.
yeah. But talking about your music again, to die for and a face, like a face. I think when I first listened to it, it's like it's got that emotional grit in there, more than to die for. Do you agree with that?
Honestly, yeah, because like I wrote it based on my personal life, so I felt it more connection with them rather than to die for.
Okay. I mean, how long did you write did you wrote the song? I mean, it's like it's very simple, but when it's coming into the chorus, it's like, oh, like the interpretation is can be that big, but in the first, it's like, okay, this is simple, and then it's like more kind of hard to understand. I mean, how long did you wrote that song?
I wrote it when I was in grade seven. I was in grade seven. I was in love with a person, and then I don't really know how to express it. I don't really know how to confess. So instead of crying myself to sleep, I wrote it in a song because I don't really like crying, but I cry a lot of time. So I was not in the mood to cry. So I pick my guitar and then I start writing it. It took like 10 minutes probably.
10 minutes.
It's not that long.
All
It's pretty long.
all all the rhythm and all the melody, you just wrote it for 10 minutes
Yes, 10 minutes.
before before you going to sleep.
Yes, because like when you feel something or you're really in the mood of something, the ideas are just like running out of nowhere. They're just there. You don't need to think hard to get those
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah, I mean, in the nighttime, every person feels very vulnerable. So I think that's the right time to write a song, right?
Yes, I wrote songs at like 3 a.m.
3 a.m. Wow. Well, you're a night owl, right? So you're not that morning person, Weda.
I'm not an. I sleep at morning.
Same right here. But do you have any certain process that you might have took to produce a song, or it's just okay, it's just going through my head just like that?
It's all happening very fast. I don't really have time to process it. Sometimes I like uh but some depends on the mood. Everything that I do depends on my mood. Like if I wrote a song that is sad because I'm feeling sad, there's no like long process for it. It's just like happened. Everything just happened. But if I don't feel the mood to write something, but I feel like I have to write something, it's gonna be a different process than usually because like I have to think about the feeling. Like if I'm happy but I have to write a sad song, I'm gonna have to think harder than usually because I have to like imagine me being happy. So it's a longer process and not a process that I recommend.
Oh, so if you want to write a happy song, but in other hands that you're feeling very sad. It's like so you must have this kind of imagination that goes into your head to make this sounds like or more happy or more sad, right?
Yes, it's honestly kind of hard for me. That's why I don't really know how writers can write songs that are very, very random. Sometimes it's not about their own life, but how do they do that so easily? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I always think like that. I mean, how these guys wrote a song like, I mean, if and in the future, do you intend to wrote a song is just like basically random things that go into your head? Okay, I want to write it, or you just going stick to the plan that okay, I just want to wrote what I felt.
Well, I'm a very random person. I write very random things. So also my mood is very random. So like things has just been so random right now. Also the album that is coming up probably very random too.
Oh, so it's not it doesn't get this have this kind of big theme, right?
It still has the big theme, but
Oh,
still just random, because I cannot
oh,
stick to one thing for a long time. If like if I'm sad today, tomorrow I'll be like the most happy person on earth. But then I'll be crying myself again to sleep. But then the next day I'll be happy again. So I'm a very random person.
so basically, your upcoming album is kind of more personal, like
Yes.
the personalist thing that you might have get. So you want to write it in those album.
Yes, I wrote all my songs by myself. I just want my first album to be very personal to me, very close to me. I don't want like people to change anything about it. I just want it to be me. So people knew who I am and the stories that I never sold to anyone can be sold in my album.
Now that you mention it, I mean, every people have different interpretation of any songs,
Mhm.
like because this is very personal to you. Do you want the listeners to interpret the songs as you are or not?
I want them to take the songs the way they feel, I don't force people to take it the way I feel. Like I feel so sad and depressed about this person and blah blah blah. I don't want them to feel the same shit too. But if they do feel the same, well, sorry if you can relate, but yeah, I just want them to take it the way they have to take it. I don't want people to like, WEDA wrote this because he felt sad. I don't want people to listen to the song because they don't feel sad, but they wanted to help me and the kind of stuff. I don't really want those kind of things.
Okay. So you just give all
Wait,
this freedom for the listeners, right?
I let
Yeah, and you produced this song with some big names in Indonesian music, like you mentioned earlier, in the Massive. And did you find yourself, I mean, nervous as those big names come up into the studio and like, wow, like this is Random Massive, man. It's like, did you feel that kind of stuff?
I have the pressure. I felt the pressure like they know more about music than me. So I'm afraid that I'd say something wrong about music and then like, what is this boy doing? And like, man, I'm gonna just be myself. I'm gonna act the way I usually act. I don't want to act so cool or professional. If I'm stupid, then I'm gonna be stupid at the point. I'm not trying to act smart. So if I need to learn something, they're always there for me. They're always like, you have to do this, you have to do this, or you can do this, but you can't do this. They give me my private tutor, so like I know stuff now. Not much,
Oh,
but stuffs. I know stuffs.
oh, like they gave you the do's and don'ts in the studio, or no?
Well, sometimes I can say,
Oh, but what is the biggest thing that you've learned from them as a
uh,
musician?
always do what your heart says, because like they told me to be true and not force yourself to do something that you're not really feeling to do, because then the thing that you're doing is not gonna be very good, or you're gonna end up in the wrong path or the kind of stuff. I don't really get it. I'm not a very I'm not a very smart person to talk about it, but they told me to be myself and write stuff that I feel, be honest, be true, and don't fake anything.
Yeah. So basically, like you mentioned, so all those big names, it just give that freedom to you, like in the creative process. So it's not like they want it to be like this and you want it to be like this. So there's nothing that like not fighting, like an argument coming
Well,
here and there in the studio.
there is an argument like, but not an argument like we fight, we hate each other, but it's like an argument
Yeah.
that we need to tell each other about. If you do this, it's gonna end up like this. So uh,
Okay.
it's just like learning, you know. It's not. It's like a small debate, but not a like we're fighting kind of stuff situation.
Oh. Okay, I mean, and how long the process was to record and yeah produce music, and of course you have those big names beside you. I mean, does that took a longer time that you expect?
It's kind of it depends on the song. Sometimes I wrote like difficult songs that has to be that needs long more time to process. But sometimes I wrote easy songs, so it depends on the songs that I gave. So like I wrote a song, but I don't really know much chords, so I only know the melody. So I'll sing them the song, and they'll help me find the chords and then the instruments. It's not always that hard, but it's not always that easy, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and like in the process of making an album, I mean that must have took some long time. I mean until now, well, what's the percentage of the completion of your album?
Well, it's am I allowed to say this? I don't really know. Let me say it's like 50% done. We're 50%. It's not, we have like a pretty much not little tracks. We have like wait. We have like 10 tracks on the album, so it's not
Oh,
that,
you have 10 tracks.
yeah, don't tell
You
anyone.
have 10 tracks in an album, and does this song "A Face" gonna be those general representation of how your album's gonna sounds like?
Yes. It's like
Oh,
the
okay.
main thing about the whole album. It's about me going through confusion about my own love life.
Oh, so it's basically the 10 tracks, all of it is this love song.
Not all of them. It's more of like hate and love song because I easily hate people. Honestly, I
Yeah,
easily hate people,
that's fine.
include
That's
my
fine.
my crush. So I fell in love with this person that I hate. So there's a lot of mixed feelings about it, which gives me more ideas to write songs about. So to that person, I'm very thankful that I know you. Thank you so much for being my inspiration. But yeah, there's a lot of hate and love song in it, but mostly sad songs.
Mostly sad song. So it's like a kind of love and hate relationship that is going on in the songs. I
Yes.
mean, in the future, do you want like when you like run out of idea, well, I want to have this people that I hate to love me, or no, like okay,
No,
I'm just
I would want them to hurt me more. So I have
oh
more good ideas. Like happy ideas and sad ideas are different. And I'm more in love with sad ideas rather than happy
oh
ideas. So I just want them to hurt me again, hurt me more, baby. And I'm gonna write more songs about it. You know, that's
oh
the good advantage of being a musician or a songwriter. You can do and express yourself in a way that others can't.
yeah, of course, that is the main function we can say of musician. But what do you want your listeners to think about when they listen to your song or your upcoming album, maybe?
I want them to feel comfortable reading and listening to this album or the songs I wrote. I want them to feel like this is their safe place, this is their safe zone. They could be whoever they want. And I've always supported people to be whoever they want, to be happy as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. So I just want them to feel safe uh, listening to my songs and album.
Yeah, I mean, not just the your music, but your music video. I watched them, and like a face. It's kind of movie material video. Like, wow, this production must have took so long. I mean, it's very. I think, and by the time I watched it, I just like, wow, it must be very exhausting to shoot this kind of video. Is it?
Well, it's actually not very exhausting because I have the idea and the concept about it, which is the advantage of not sleeping at night. You got more freaky ideas to put in. So this music video was actually the idea of me not sleeping quickly. So I have those ideas because I'm not sleeping. I felt like I'm high, but I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs, but I feel like I'm high, which give me this weird imaginations and that I like to process in my music video. I love to
Oh,
go crazy, man.
so you wrote the concept of the music video yourself.
Yes.
Wow, man. That's, I think, yeah, you can say that you get high without drugs, but wow, that's an amazing
It's
thing.
don't sleep. You better
So don't sleep, guys. Kids, don't sleep so you can get those big imagination as well as. But anyway, what your upcoming projects, Weda? Maybe another music video or another single before you release your full album?
There's gonna be a single that's going to also represent the album on probably May. Still working
May.
on it. Still working on the music video. Oh my god, I'm spoiling too much, but Rian's not here anyway. So
So your upcoming projects in May, right?
yes, there's another single that's going to represent the album on May, and then the music video also, and then probably there's going to be more like June, July.
So the album will be released in June or July, in the
Yes.
mid-year.
Yes.
Wow. Well, I can wait, Weda, and I hope you a great success for your upcoming album. And thank you to have this to talk with me while you're busy, yeah, making music in your studio. And yeah, I hope you can go to Medan, like to perform live. Many people's gonna love your song. So thank you, Weda. And maybe you can, please, can you ask our listeners, it called Rekan Sebaya, to listen to your song in Kiss of Medan.
To Rekan Sebaya, you can always stream my song A Face on every streaming digital platform. Also request it more as much as you can on his radio.
Well, thank you very much, Weda. Such a great time talking with you.
It's very
Bye.